It was supposed to be the future of travel, a floating palace in the sky, a symbol of German engineering and human ambition. But in just 34 terrifying seconds, the world's greatest airship became one of history's most unforgettable disasters. What really caused the Hindenburg to burst into flames? Was it an accident, sabotage, or something far more complicated? This is the story of the final flight of the Sky Giant. The year was 1937. Air travel was still young, and crossing the Atlantic Ocean by ship took several days. But one magnificent machine promised a new future. Its name was the Hindenburg. Officially known as LZ-129 Hindenburg, it was the largest flying object ever built. Stretching over 800 feet long, the giant airship was longer than 3 Boeing 747 airplanes placed end to end. It was not simply transportation. It was luxury in the sky. Passengers enjoyed elegant dining rooms, comfortable cabins, reading lounges, and even a smoking room, something almost unbelievable on an aircraft filled with hydrogen. The Hindenburg represented modern technology at its finest, and people believed airships would dominate international travel for decades to come. But fate had other plans. During the early 20th century, airships captured the imagination of the world. Unlike airplanes of the era, they could carry large numbers of passengers in comfort. The German Zeppelin Company led this revolution. The Hindenburg became their masterpiece. The airship regularly traveled between Germany and the United States, offering wealthy travelers a unique experience. The journey across the Atlantic took only about 3 days, far faster than ocean liners. For many, boarding the Hindenburg felt like stepping into the future. Yet one critical decision would forever shape its destiny. Instead of using non-flammable helium, the Hindenburg used hydrogen gas. Hydrogen was highly dangerous. However, political tensions prevented Germany from obtaining enough helium from the United States. The builders had little choice, or so they believed. On May 3rd, 1937, the Hindenburg departed Frankfurt, Germany. It carried 36 passengers and 61 crew members. The atmosphere on board was calm and optimistic. The crossing was mostly uneventful. Passengers wrote letters, enjoyed meals, and admired breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. After 3 days, the airship approached its destination, Lakehurst Naval Air Station in New Jersey, but bad weather delayed the landing. Storm clouds gathered overhead. Strong winds swept across the area. The captain decided to wait until conditions improved. Finally, on the evening of May 6th, the Hindenburg began its landing procedures. Thousands of people watched. Journalists prepared their cameras. Radio announcers described the magnificent airship floating gracefully through the sky. No one expected disaster. At approximately 7:25 p.m., witnesses noticed something unusual. A small flame appeared near the tail section. Within seconds, the fire spread with terrifying speed. The hydrogen ignited. The giant airship became an enormous fireball. Passengers and crew desperately tried to escape. Some jumped from windows. Others waited until the structure moved closer to the ground. The entire disaster unfolded in only 34 seconds. 36 people lost their lives. For the world watching in horror, it felt like the end of an era. The most famous account came from radio reporter Herbert Morrison. His emotional words echoed through history. "Oh, the humanity." The phrase became forever linked to the tragedy. The question remains controversial even today. Investigators immediately searched for answers. Some believed sabotage was responsible. Germany was under Nazi rule, and political tensions ran high. Could someone have intentionally destroyed the airship? No convincing evidence was ever found. Others blamed static electricity. As the Hindenburg moved through stormy conditions, static charges may have built up on its surface. A spark could have ignited leaking hydrogen gas. This explanation remains one of the most widely accepted theories. Another idea suggested that the airship's outer coating contributed to the rapid spread of flames. Researchers continue debating exactly how much the materials influenced the disaster. Yet most experts agree on one fact: hydrogen played a central role. Once ignited, there was little hope of stopping the inferno. The Hindenburg disaster changed public perception overnight. People who once admired giant airships suddenly feared them. Confidence disappeared. Airlines and governments shifted their attention toward airplanes. Within a few years, fixed-wing aircraft dominated long-distance travel. The age of luxury Zeppelins came to an end. The Hindenburg was not simply an engineering failure. It marked a turning point in human history. One spectacular disaster altered the future of transportation forever. Behind the headlines were ordinary people, families, crew members, travelers seeking adventure. Many survivors described moments of incredible courage. Crew members helped passengers escape despite overwhelming danger. Strangers assisted one another amid chaos and fire. In humanity's darkest moments, compassion endured. Their stories remain an important part of this tragedy. The Hindenburg teaches us a timeless lesson. Technological progress always carries risks. Innovation can inspire wonder, but it must be matched by safety and responsibility. Human ambition pushes boundaries. Sometimes it changes the world, and sometimes it reminds us of our limitations. The sky giant represented the dreams of an entire generation. Though its final flight ended in disaster, its legacy continues to shape aviation history. Today, the image of the burning Hindenburg remains one of the most iconic moments of the 20th century. It symbolizes both human achievement and human vulnerability. The age of the great airships may be gone, but the story of the Hindenburg and the lessons it left behind will never be forgotten. What do you believe caused the disaster? An unavoidable accident, a technological flaw, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more historical mysteries and untold stories from the past.